Welcome to my channel, and today I like to show you how with simple fabrics, things that you have at home, you can create beautiful, wonderful things, and you can make happy, yes, happy your kids, or maybe somebody collects something and you have things that you wanna make them look beautiful. So here I am showing you the simplicity of the sewing. So you don't need to think twice, you don't need to uh, take a pattern. You can work only simple measurements. Just simple measurements will give you a nice things, small things. Now I have series that I am showing a doll clothes. So it means that dolls needs to have clothes. Kids likes to change clothes for dolls, and I have now been given by somebody. Please follow the measurements. By somebody, I have a lot of dolls. So those dolls, follow the measurement, please. Those dolls will need to have wardrobe, and I will make them wardrobe, not one outfit, but many outfits can be changed, and the kids can be happy. If you have if child going to sleep, have pajama, so the doll will have pajama with the child. Double it the fabric and follow the measurements, please. Just follow. On the screen you can see it very well by measurement tape. Yes. And another two pieces you need, the small pieces. Yes. And some, just follow the measurement, please. Measurements very important. Yes, you can see it. Here you go. This is two pieces, two separate pieces. You need four pieces. Plus you need some kind of decorative ribbon, or you can, if you don't have it, you can take some contrast fabric and you can create this kind of ribbon, or look, bias look, but not on the cut on the bias. Something that will give a little bit contrast, and you just find it. I have here the holidays, this kind of ribbon, and I will probably cut on two because this is too wide, and I will create me this very nice fabric, has some kind of nice feeling, plushy feeling. And I will create me the ribbon, and I will gonna sew on top. So you just need, again, contrast fabric. You can take blue, green, you can take light, very not light, little bit on the bright side. Yes, on the bright side. You see how many ribbons I have? This is not what I have in my stash, but here I'm looking for something, to decorate, and you need only one, or you can use two, three very thin ones, not wide enough. So you just look and you can find something to design. Yes, because every time that you are trying to design clothing, you are designer. So you can take it. Here I have lace, but lace white on white, it's not, it's white on top of white, it's not gonna be seen. So I'm gonna use the contrast fabric as I choose before. Now I use iron, and I iron it first. I iron the hemming size. This is the hemming, and I did fold it, and then I iron, and then I folded the big size hemming, because this is how it needs to go. Sometimes in outfit you can't go and save on fabric. Sometimes you do need give wider hemming, that outfit will look and hold the shape on the bottom the way that needs to look the best way. Let's go the best way. And this is what I am doing. Now, as I said before, the dolls needs to have outfit, and when you have, and here you go, the ribbon, you see, I cut it on half, and this is holidays ribbon, so here you go. I did open the, I did separate because they have the nylon there thread, and they have some kind of, you know, and other things that hold the shape. I did remove it because I need simple piece, and I need to sew to the one piece. Here I try to do with the iron something, but it won't work, so I said, okay, I'll need this piece. I'll give you here the fastest and the easiest sewing. The way that original comes, they cut too many pieces, they do blah, 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 and I am always trying to cut corners. It means that my way that I'm sewing, I'm cutting time, and I'm calculating if I need, on the hemming, if I need to fold something, I'm calculating that there I will have, instead of 3 stitches, long stitches, I'm going to do only 1 long. So it means that I am calculating, and I am putting things this way that it will give me less work. Yes, you can be surprised that instead of 3 stitches, one after another, then folding, then ironing, then again, then putting the ribbon on top, you can cut yourself, instead of 3, you can have only 1 stitch. It means that you can cut yourself a thread usage and a timing, and you will have outfit ready faster than anybody else. So this is how it goes. This is what I'm doing, and I will go and I will give the stitches all around, including the ribbon. So it means that I give here on the side, I use the selvage, and selvage I didn't cut because I don't want to give another stitch. So this is how I give from top to the, I went all the way around, including the ribbon. So instead of doing the hemming stitch, I put the ribbon on top and I stitch it together. It means that I did calculate the way that I'm working. So this way it will give you more time, you will save, and you will be much happier. Now see the measurements, please follow the measurements. This is where I will need to do the gathering from where. Now this piece I will need to give a stitch, turn on the right side, give a press, iron press. I was thinking to give a stitch on top, but it didn't work. It's the piece, it's too narrow. So I will give the inside, then I'm going to turn on the right side, and I'm going to give it an iron press. And this, instead of 3 pieces of fabric, I have only 1 long. You will see later, but I'm just showing you and saying again, I am calculating, and this is the best, you know. So calculate your steps in the sewing. Instead of doing 4 sewing stitches, you can do 1 or 3 or 2. Sorry, or 2. So I am always calculating, and I'm using the iron. The iron, this is the friendly iron. This gives my outfit and everything that I create look more sharp, more crisp, and professional. So even if you don't have experience, you still can do it, you still can create, and don't be afraid. This fabric is muslin look like, you know, so I'm just here experimenting, and I'm here trying to create something that I didn't think that I will do, because I never made the doll clothes, and it's for me it will be a good experience to create. Now I am in it, it's like a dream, so it's easy to do. Look what I did. I did the gathering and I gave the iron press, and now I have those stripes to go on the shoulders of the doll. Now you won't see the doll today because I am just exercising, and I decide to share with you my experience, because again, I never sewn this kind of things, outfits before. So here I'm trying to measure. You are gonna do the ruching, the gathering, almost double, even a little bit more, to create an outfit. So, and here in between, please follow the measurements now. Look on the screen, you can see it well, and try those stripes that needs to go over the shoulders, they need to be the same. Here I make a little mistake, so I'm gonna move one because I have pins still. So here you go, a little bit. Here you go. So I'm going to put the pins on top, and I'm going to go on the sewing machine. But you see, I can go on the sewing machine, give a stitch to the stripes, and then I will need to give another stripe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the corners here again. So this is my, let's say, second time here, even third time here, to cut in the corners, because on the left side I don't have stitches on the side because I use the salvage piece, and this gives me less sewing. Remember what I'm saying. And again, this is gonna be my third one that I'm gonna cut the corners of the sewing. It means less sewing, less time spending on sewing, more pleasure and more time for me. So now need to do the last thing is the stripe, one stripe that I create, yes, and I'm gonna do, instead of those two stripes on the over the shoulders, I'm gonna do the two stitches on top, and it will be easier, and I can use one stitch and I don't need to have another four. So here you go. I did make the long stripe. Here you go. I did turn it on the right side, and I did give a press. Here you go how I'm going to cut the corners. It means the stripes, small stripes over the shoulder, they are not going to be sewn separate. They're going to be sewn with this stripe together. Measure your that you should give those stripe, that the last one, because you need to tie it in the back. So here I'm trying to say to you that I give one stitch on the hemming, and the ribbon was on top, so I didn't need to give the separate stitch. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to spend so long and a lot of time sewing. You can cut the timing if you learn how to calculate. Now here the same. Here on top, this is the last what I need to do, but I'm trying to cut my timing and cut my effort and everything else. So the pins there, but they're not going to stay there. Of course, I'm going to remove them when I'm going to be under the sewing machine. Yes, but I'm calculating on each stripe that I'm going to tie it in the back, that it should be the same amount of the stripe. And here I'm showing you, please follow that I'm gonna give one stitch on top, the other on the bottom, because they need two, but the shoulder stripes won't have a stitch. They will be hitting, the end of them will be hitting under this stripe that coming in. So that I'm going to sew on top. So here you go. As I create ruching, I did one stitch and long one, and he didn't want to gather. So I didn't show you here, but I will show you in my next work that I did the ruching. I gathered the ruching. The ruching is every inch and a half. I did gather and I pick up the stitches, and this is how I did the gathering, because I don't know what's happened. Either the stitch or either the thread wasn't good. So here you go. You see me that I'm done here. Okay, this is the apron for a doll, and I will make different color apron. I remember when I was growing up in Ukraine, we had a white apron. It's for holidays, or for yes, for holidays that we were going to school, but it's like we need a white one. Celebrate the holidays, and the black apron that I was wearing to the school, it was every day. It means that black one on top of my uniform of the school. So here you go, this doll that I will show you later, not in this video. I will show you how beautiful it is. But here I want to share with you my experience. This is first time that I'm making, yes. And I will continue showing you the doll clothing. It's easy to make. Again, I'm going to calculate my sewing, and I'm going to think what I'm doing, because I never done this before. I did by hand sewing when I was little, but it was so many years ago, so I even don't remember what I did because I was small. So we're talking about many years ago. So here I want to ask you, my channel is in the developing stages and I need more audience. So I'm asking you, please support me. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget that sometimes I do need that you can write me comments below, ask me questions, or you can share with me how you will do it, how you saving your time, your effort, and the stitches that needs to be made or saved, or how you making quicker work that you should spend less time under the sewing machine, more time with your family. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me likes, and of course I see you next time. So long.